The situation in Italy, it's a proper chaos, meaning that hospitals have collapsed. No, I mean they're not collapsed, but they were on the verge of collapsing. So definitely the situation was that of an emergency. In terms also of death, so many dead people in Italy, and the let's say the countermeasures taken by the government were also, they still are very very strict. So people are really not allowed to go out. They need a permission, special permission. They need to declare where they're going, why they're going there. You go to a supermarket in Italy and you need to stay literally 1 meter away from the other person. You need to wait in line outside of the supermarket. So basically, people are very serious and very strict about this. I don't really feel extremely safe in Japan, to be honest, because I think information have been covered up. I understand that. I understand that, like, the government, people, politicians want to keep the people safe, or that they want to alarm the population.
Right.
But at the same time, I also think it's sort of irresponsible to let this be, because it is a problem. We saw it was a problem in China. It's been a problem in Korea, in Italy. It's been a huge problem in the United States. Japan must be a wonderland if they not have a problem. So like, I don't know. Like, many people like coming up with all sorts of theories why this is happening. Like, genetic wise, or because of the diet of the people in Japan. I don't know. Masks and everything, prevention. That is true. Like, as you know, Japanese people do a lot of prevention with shots every year for flu and everything. That is true. That is true indeed. And also, Japanese people are not very, close, physically close to people as we are in Italy, for sure. So, like, the distance is somewhat respected as a base, as a general rule. But then I go out when I go shopping, the supermarket. Even today, I went shopping, and there's a bunch of people outside. I go running, trying to keep my social distance to everybody, like literally playing bowling with the people. Like, I mean, the opposite of bowling. I don't go against them. Like, I try to avoid them as much as I can. So I walk far away from people, and I see so many people just playing in the park. Kids are just like, playing as kids. So they play very physically, and they have no masks most of the time.
Okay.
So, like, the Japanese government once, they came up with this extremely nice solution to help the population with 100,000 yen support, like economic support for each person. But like, the question
Yeah.
is, yeah, it's not like a law, but it's better than nothing. In the first place, it was 300 yen per household. But then I think they it can sort of counted that there are more single people than households. So if you do the math, it's more convenient to actually pay one third of the original amount to each than to pay three times as much to each household. Anyway, then the question rises automatically: will foreigner people living in Japan will be considered? Will they be considered or not? And I'm telling you, people there, the politicians and the government, some of them, they were against the idea, the proposals to include foreigners, foreign workers in this how do you call it? In this measurement.
Hmm. Right.
Although I don't understand why, because I live here, I work here, I pay taxes here, and I kind of want it because I think I deserve it.
Hmm.
So, you know, but luckily, this did not come true. Of course, I mean, things went reasonably. So even foreigners who are regularly enrolled, registered as citizens in Japan, and there are a few criteria, but they're not very very strict. So basically, people who live stably in Japan, they will have access to this. But at the same time, I think Japan needs to change a little bit the way their approach to work, because it's about that. It's about that. Japan is scared to freeze its economy. And I mean, let's speak honestly, who isn't? I don't think other countries such as Italy or to shut down all the activities are happy about that. It's a very, very tough situation for people losing their jobs and everybody. We know what it's about, right? So Japan doesn't want to do it. But at the same time, what is the price you're willing to pay? Are you eager? Like, are you okay with putting your population in such a risk?
Right.
So this is my dilemma, if you want to call it like that, because I understand the economy is important. It's very important, but life is more important. So if you don't allow your citizens to live a proper life, how are you expecting them to move the economy? So I
Right.
think it will be more appropriate to temporarily shut down everything.